Hi, my name is Scott Sorkin, the owner of Tone Zone Fitness Studio outside of Philadelphia, PA. Today I'm going to show you my favorite, most effective ab superset. We're going to start out with the ab roller. I can honestly say the ab roller has made the biggest difference in my abdomen over all other pieces of equipment. But before we get started, I want to give you a little background on how your abs work and how to stay safe. So when you're doing any exercise, and I mean pretty much any exercise that exists, you always want to keep your back either straight, flat, or with a natural arch. So as an example, as I'm doing a squat, you see I'm coming down here, I'm keeping the weight on my heels, and I'm keeping my back flat, or actually I've got that natural arch. So that's true with every exercise except for ab exercises. When it comes to the abs, if we want to keep our lower back safe, we actually want to keep the opposite natural curve, okay? So whereas if I'm doing a squat or some other kind of exercise, I want it to be like this. With abs, I always want it to look like that. And as soon as that happens, that's when I'm putting my lower back at risk. All right, so now that we know how to safely use the ab roller, that's going to be the first exercise in our superset. We're going to be off the knees if we can. If not, that's okay. Start on the knees and eventually we'll work towards it. This is what it looks like to be off the knees. Feet close together. We come out. I'm focusing on my abs bringing me in. Scared cat position. The AstroTurf that I'm on here is giving me extra resistance, making it more difficult to pull in. And I'm feeling that across my entire abdomen. I'll do one more for you. If you're doing off your knees, I want you to do as many as you can, okay, with good form. If you're going to start on your knees, let's keep it somewhere around 12 to 15 reps. So the last movement that I showed you, the roller, we were squeezing the abs from the top down. On this exercise, we're going to squeeze from the bottom up. We're also going to incorporate our obliques. In fact, we're going to focus on the obliques more than anything else. Grab onto a bench. Here is the novice version. I'm sucking my lower stomach in. Stretch, squeeze. Stretch, squeeze. If I want to make it one level more difficult, I'll put a dumbbell in between my feet, maybe a 5. I wouldn't go too heavy. All right, and here's the more advanced version of that exercise. You want to keep arms bent just a little bit. Here I am off to the side. Stretch, squeeze. I'm sucking my lower stomach in, squeezing, down slow. Just like that. And your third time around, when you come back to the bar, this is what the exercise looks like. We're up, feet are straight in the air. Keep a bend in the arms. You got to use your biceps to stabilize. It's not this. We want straight up. And that's what it looks like. So obviously that's a very advanced, very difficult exercise. If you're not quite ready for that one, that's okay. When you get back to the bar, it's time to go again. Do the first one where we went up, and then do half, and then the other side half. And we're going to finish with what I like to call an extreme crunch, okay? And the only difference for an extreme crunch and a regular crunch is nothing. There is no difference, okay? You want to make it extreme every time. You want to squeeze as much as possible. I've been teaching fitness classes for a long time, and over and over and over again, I see people just going through the motions when it comes to crunches. You want to squeeze, and there we go. But no, that's not nearly enough. Suck that lower stomach in, squeeze more. Still not enough. That's what I'm talking about. Every single rep. Every single rep. If you're coming this way or that way or this way, okay? Another thing I like to say is if you want to think about the center of the six-pack right there, if I push forward, that's what I'm working. Then I curl up, now I'm working the top ridge. How do you get your lower abs to look awesome? Your diet, okay? You could do a million crunches, do them perfectly. That lower section's not going to show unless you're doing it right in the kitchen. Suck the lower stomach in and squeeze. Sometimes in class, people do bi-level crunches. We go 1, 2, 1, 2. The only reason we're doing that is to show people how hard you really need to squeeze. Suck the lower stomach in and really squeeze on every single rep. All right, let's review. I want to show you from the beginning to the end how it's all going to work. To sum up, my favorite ab superset starts with the roller, which has to be my favorite all-time ab exercise, and I owe almost everything that I've achieved on my abdomen to the roller. So that's something for you to work on and to perfect. So after the roller, my version is from the bar. We go from the leg up, obliques, only do one side. If you're going to do on the bench, same thing. Just do one side until you're burning, until you feel it. Or if you're on the bar, your hands, your arms can't take anymore, then it's time for your crunches. Remember to squeeze intensely, okay? You've got 20 to 30 reps of those crunches. After your set of crunches is done, you start all over again, except when you get to the bar or the bench, you do the other side. The third time around, that's when you hang on to the bar and you do those tic-tocs. That's really going to focus on those inner obliques, and you're probably going to feel that one more than anything. When you're done with the entire superset, it's gravy from there. All you got to do is the whole thing 2 more times. When you're done the entire thing, hopefully you're ready to feel it tomorrow. And remember, you can have the best ab routine there is, and you're going to have a very strong core, but you're not going to see it show up underneath the fat unless your diet is right. So the next series we'll do is on diet. Until then, this is Scott from Sorkinetics. See you next time.